Latinay Price loves what she does.
You can do it!
She's a direct support professional,
Almost!
or DSP, with Johnson County Developmental Supports. JCDS serves people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The goal is to help them live as independently as possible and improve their quality of life.
Hey!
Latinay is doing much more for Trevor than giving him playtime.
He was actually doing therapy, and the push and the pull helps him to be able to have more mobility.
Being a DSP can be a great career choice for people who like helping others. But the seasoned pros in this field all agree it's important to know what the job entails before you commit to doing it.
It's the best thing that you'll ever do. It's also the hardest thing that you'll ever do.
In this realistic job preview, we'll take a look at what being a direct support professional, or DSP, is all about.
Hello! Robert's here.
The three ladies in this group home were glad to see Robert Frampus Fry. He helps them with things they can't do for themselves. Renee has to wear special stockings for her swollen ankles, but she needs Robert to put them on for her.
Get the right way.
Robert knows Kay needs some help making her bed,
Don't we?
but he tries to let her do as much as she can on her own.
Again for him.
The same goes for doing the laundry.
Sometimes they don't know what to set the dryer or the washer on, or reminders not to overstuff the dryer or the washer.
Sometimes Robert has to remind them to do laundry in the first place. Many JCDS clients have dementia, and the DSPs need the patience to guide them through daily living.
One of my ladies, she actually gets upset when she makes a mistake and thinks that she's going to be in trouble, and so her and I will just laugh.
We already emptied those.
Chelsey Reel works in a different group home,
Put those in.
and she knows for some clients it's no laughing matter.
They forget things. They get frustrated because they don't remember how to do things. They can't remember how to brush their teeth, and it's frustrating. One day they might remember how to eat on their own. The next day they can't pick up their spoon because they don't know how.
For those who don't know how, Chelsey is there for them. But it's up to the DSP to have individuals do as much as they can on their own. Here you see Cherice Dingman cutting the cantaloupe, but it's up to Mark to scoop out the seeds.
Are you gonna eat today?
Cherice is trying to get Steve to feed himself, but Steve can't tell her why he won't eat. Some clients are nonverbal, and the DSP has to adapt.
It just takes time getting to learn that person and learn like maybe their special cues that they give. Sometimes Steve, like if he doesn't like something, he'll pull back.
DSP work can also involve a high level of personal care. For individuals who can't brush their own teeth, the DSP has to do it. A DSP might also be needed for help with shaving, showering, using the toilet, and getting dressed.
Sometimes at first it's a little uncomfortable maybe, but all in all it's just their care and making sure that they're getting what they need.
Giving them what they need also means making sure they take their medication correctly. It's up to the DSP to keep it secured, and when the time comes, to administer the right dose. After that, they have to carefully document what took place.
You have to read directions. You really have to read the directions, which they give you training for.
Passing medications is just one thing DSPs get training for. In this class, Johnson County DSPs learn life-saving CPR, and in this MANT class,
Why is this bad?
DSPs learn how to keep themselves and their clients safe in the event of a violent confrontation. Even though these tend to be rare, DSPs still have to be ready for them.
Some of them are like hitting, punching, kicking, biting, sometimes pushing, things like that.
But physical safety is just one aspect of MANT training. Most of the class deals with healthy conflict resolution and building healthy relationships.
We don't have to use those physical skills nearly as much as we used to, and I think that that's because of MANT training and the use of those relationship skills.
MANT training also teaches techniques for situations like this, when DSPs have to move individuals in and out of wheelchairs or transfer their weight when getting them in and out of bed. In some cases, they can use lifts like this to assist them. A lot of this training comes into play when DSPs take clients on an outing. Aside from getting individuals in and out of vehicles, going out into the community poses other challenges. DSPs need to know how to drive oversized vans like this. JCDS provides some training for this. And when a group like this ventures out to a place like the library, the DSPs have to make sure no one wanders off.
Each individual will have a plan that you need to probably read over before taking an individual out. That they'll describe what type of behaviors they can have, what can cause the behavior.
Casey, how you doing?
Other challenging behaviors can happen here. This is the production floor at JCDS's Elmore Center. Some clients come here during the day to work. It's contract work with an outside company putting together these kits. Philip Wiegand, the DSP in charge here, has to make sure his crew meets its deadlines and does the job correctly. If they don't, he has to do it himself. He also has to be prepared for disruptions.
You have to deal with screaming a lot, with people not wanting to do what they're supposed to, which sometimes results in screaming. Some people have difficulty understanding property rights, so they don't really know that they can't just take what doesn't belong to them. You got to keep an eye on that. Some of these people don't have very good bowel control, so you got to help them change clothes.
When he's not dealing with those issues, Philip takes the opportunity to teach social skills.
Some of them don't know how to have a proper conversation just because they're not used to it. And, you know, talking to them and even teaching them that simple thing can be a great help to them.
It comes in handy when they go out and find a job in the community, like you see here. When they do that, a DSP will support them, helping them with the job search and standing by their side through orientation and training.
We stay with them for the first couple of weeks to make sure that we can help them if they need task lists written or if they need some extra encouragement or some prompting.
These direct support professionals derive great satisfaction from helping others. Once you know what to expect, you can decide if this is for you. It can lead to a very satisfying career.
The ball is in your court, man. You help someone to achieve just something so minute and so small, but in reality, you've done more than you could imagine.